So the first thing I had to do was take some measurements. Here's all my sketches and calculations and a couple of my cardboard templates that I needed to figure out exactly where everything goes. Once I had all my sketches, I put everything into CAD. I'm using a Libre design. Put it all into assembly and make sure everything fits where it's supposed to. And then I took everything and put it into a file so it could be burned out on the plasma table. Time to start making some hand controls. Here's some parts that are burned out on the plasma table and a few other bits of hardware that I got. And then I got this empty throttle pedal kit just to make it a little stiffer to work with the hand controls. And I added a couple bronze washers in there to stiffen things up a little bit more, make everything tight so it doesn't wobble. The hand control setup is all done for the Type 3 here, so I'll show you what I've got. I've got a motorcycle throttle, and it hooks into the pedal in this little bracket here that I riveted to the back of the pedal, and then this bolts right in through the pedal assembly bolt. There's a pivot on both ends too, just so it works a little better, so it's more of a straight shot instead of bending the cable. So let's give a little demonstration. Works pretty smooth. This is the bracket for the pedal, brake pedal. It just bolts right in. I've got the hand controls tacked together. I figured I'd show you kind of what's going on before I weld everything up and paint it black, because then it's not quite as easy to see everything. So what I've got is this pivot bracket here, and I had someone make some spacers up for that so it clears the column. Then I've got a clevis here that had to be turned down just a little bit to fit inside this pipe here. To get the angle on it, I put a little pie cut in there and then bent it just to get a nice sharp angle, and that's so it fits better with the hand. And then I've got a internal motorcycle throttle that'll have a cable that goes down to the pedal. When I get that installed, I'll shoot some video of that. I kind of like the internal throttles because it's clean and there's nothing here, so you get more space for the steering wheel to get your finger, but you can have it close enough that you can have one thumb on the steering wheel while working the hand controls, which is kind of nice. Then there's the pivot here that goes down to the brake pedal. So now it's just time to weld it up and give it a coat of paint. The hand controls are pretty much done. A little stiff, but I think that's because I've got too thick of a cable for this sheath here, so I either need to get a larger diameter sheath or smaller diameter cable.